Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. And as you can see, I've got something interesting going on here. There is the Challenger, the Wheels Up Challenger. And sitting right here is my Wheels Up Orbitec, which has been sitting off in my back shed for some time. And it functions. Nothing, well, I'll show you in a minute. And I thought it'd be interesting to kind of compare these two machines. They're both smaller wheels up machines. Both were actually designed and put on the market about the same time. I don't know if you can still get this machine from Orbitec. Maybe you can, I don't know. I know on their website it doesn't show it. There's his phone number there. I guess it's still working. And I'll just show you the differences in the machines, the way that they're made. One of the things that was obvious to me right when I got this machine many years ago, 15 years ago maybe, 10, or more than 10 years ago for sure. This was actually, I guess this is my first orbital, and I used it quite a bit for about a year or so. And I really explored the pros and cons of using orbital, and there were things about it I liked and other things I definitely didn't like, which is why I'm basically 100% rotary for residential anyway, but it works well. There's a couple of modifications on it, so we'll disqualify that. I put this handle on here. That wasn't on there originally. That's just a long bolt going between the two handles there, and that just gives me a place to grab, whereas the Challenger has this thing which was part of the handle, which is a good idea. That's an advantage. I do have a light. See that fluorescent light in there, and the plastic housing there, which I like lights. I like to see. And the other modification on this, I put this bracket on here. That's actually used to just hang things or whatever. And I put these rubber caps over the axles. It has a solid thing on there, and not a good idea. I wanted to put a rubber cap on there, so if I banged into a door jamb, I wouldn't destroy it. And the bell housing on this one is cut down. I can't remember why I ever did that. The bell housing should be looking like that with that rubber bumper on there. Although the one on that one, I don't even know what they call that one, but anyway, it would have been slightly smaller than this. Although this bell housing will fit onto that machine. I mean, most of the Orbitec stuff is actually interchangeable, so that's nice. Now, as far as you can see the differences in the way the handle is, this one is a tubular handle. This has a box rectangular handle. This has a marathon motor, I think it is. I think it says on there somewhere. Yeah, marathon. And it is, how many horses is that? I don't even know. It's a 1/2 horsepower. And this one is, I don't know, there we are. What is the Challenger? Challenger is, I can't read it, 3/4. Interesting. 3/4. How many amps? It is 10.4. 10.4. Huh. And this one is amps is, I'm not gonna say. Really? 1/2 horsepower. Nope, I don't see it on there. Anyway, interesting. 3/4 horse, 1/2 horse. That doesn't make one better than the other. The thing about the Challenger, one of the things I noticed is there's things about it which are, to me, should have been more refined. And I think my impression of when I bought that machine, I was actually really impressed with the overall quality of it. I thought it was well made. And all of Orbitec stuff seems to be well made, but Clark Lancaster, who designed these machines and sold these machines, he's actually an engineer, and you can see that in the way he puts his things together, although very simplistic. most of his things, but they work, and they work well, and they seem to be well made. It has, it doesn't have a safety switch, but the switch is right up here. Better not turn it on. And by the way, if you can see these holes and stuff in it, I did things to this over the years. I had modified it and messed around with it. But anyway, one of the things I noticed about this thing is the spring for the handle release. It just kind of hooks into this S hooky thing, and yeah, I kind of thought that was kind of it. Anyway, here's the Orbitec one. A little bit different, better, who knows? But anyway, let's. Everybody wants to see them run, right? Let's compare them. Now I did replace the bearing on this one, so it's got a new bearing in it. It's pretty smooth. It has a micro switch in there. I don't know what kind of a switch you call that. That's not a micro switch, but anyway. To me, this release on this one feels more solid. Okay, let's run them both at once. Oh, maybe I can't. I'll take off one knee. I think they both have the same orbit. I'm not positive about that. That doesn't have a new bearing, by the way. The bearing is still good, but not new. So is it spinning faster? Slower? Oh, disappeared on me. This one's spinning more. Maybe that's because the bearing is new. I'm running a two-way pad here. Let's try this one again. It may be a function of the way the orbital system works, although they're literally almost identical. So it's not spinning all that fast. That one is spinning faster. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. It's interesting because, I mean, that the bearing arrangement and everything can be interchanged, and they're virtually identical. I don't know why one would spin faster than the other. That's actually kind of weird. This one's pretty smooth. Try this again. Let me try and make sure I'm really centered here. Now, one thing is that this machine is supposed to run with a smaller pad driver. I've got the pad driver for my 17-inch Orbitec on there, and this one actually is supposed to run with a smaller pad driver. So that could be making the difference here, actually. Maybe. I'm not sure. That's just my guess. So anyway, either machine, mind you, this machine, I don't know if it's even being made anymore, but it's interesting to compare the differences and the different approach. Oh, the wheels on this one set up a little bit different. I don't know which one's better. Either one works. Anyway, I thought you might be interested to see the difference, and I'm trying to decide whether I will carry this one in the van or this one. I'm just a little bit perplexed. This one is spinning so much slower. It could be the bearing, because it is not a new bearing. I actually I had a bearing put aside, and I just put it in here because I had a bearing in there. It was definitely noisy, so I just switched it out. And could it make that much of a difference? Because it does seem to spin pretty easy. It's actually got a Malish pad driver, the what do they call it, the Instalock on there right now. I think this one has less vibration, but it's spinning more. But again, it could be because the pad driver is a little bit larger than it was intended for this machine. So it may not be giving us an accurate perspective on that particular machine. That's interesting. What I can do is I can actually put that Malish pad driver back onto the Easy Glide there, and maybe I'll do that and compare it, and maybe I'll do another video showing that. Just because, you know, I'm interested, just curious now to see if we'll notice a difference. So why don't I just do that? It'll just take me a few minutes, and then we'll do another video. All right, thank you for watching. Have a good day.